Hello, everyone. This is Luis Concepcion from Strategic Profit Line Trading, coming to you with the plan of the week for week number 49. Here's our disclosures. This content is for educational purposes only. I'm not providing any investment advice. This is not tailored to any one individual. Past performance does not guarantee future results, and all investments involve risks. Here's our agenda for the week. I'll cover the news overview, provide a market overview of the indices, see where we're at. And then we have 133 companies reporting earnings. I'll do my best, as always, to provide you with trades that I think will hit this week. Here's our week 48 results. Provided 11 zones, went 2-0 this week. Slow week, holiday week, happy Thanksgiving to all those again. That now that that's over, can't believe we're in December. But here we go. We had one company fall stay as it's in progress, which is Urban, and then that was the one that closed in the zone. Here's what the earnings outlooks looks like. And like I said, a slow Monday, getting activity Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday will be slow again. I went ahead and I updated the options zones with week 48, and that brings us to 133 and 34 on the year. Moving into the news for the week, as you can see on Monday, we have PMI report. That's going to be 30 minutes after the open, so expect a little bit of volatility. 30 minutes after the open, so be mindful of that. And then we don't have anything else affecting the U.S. markets on Monday. Moving on to Tuesday, you can see 30 minutes into the open again, we got the JOLTS opening report. So that should be some volatility 30 minutes after the open. And for those of you trading futures and Forex, understand that you got a GDP report after hours at 4:30. So be mindful of that for those of you trading the Australian dollar. Moving on to Wednesday, you can see pre-market, we got non-farm payrolls. That's going to be pre-market. So expect if this report, depending on the outcome of this report, you could have some volatility into market open. So be mindful of that. British pound is being affected at wee hours of the night. And then we got another PMI report uh, at 7 o'clock. So pre-market and 30 minutes into the open, we're going to have some volatility. And then good old Jerome Powell is speaking at 10:45. So be mindful of that. Depending on what he says, could affect and provide us with some additional volatility. Then moving on to Thursday, as you can see, we got unemployment claims, and that's going to be pre-market. So expect, based off of the employment report, we can have some volatility on Thursday. And then lastly, on Friday, it's the first Friday of the month. So we will have our non-farm payroll and our unemployment rate. So that can cause some volatility into market open. With that being said, the Canadian dollar will also be reporting its reports pre-market. So expect some volatility on Friday morning based off of those reports. Moving into our charts and starting with the S&P 500 or the SPX for us, you can see this level was the one I gave last week. It did hold for about a day or two. So if you took advantage of that, and now we have no supply in the S&P 500 again, or the SPX. So no supply, and the first demand level I have for you is sitting at 57.42 to 56.92. Moving on to the NASDAQ. As you can see on the NASDAQ, however, it's weaker than the S&P 500. This level is holding. We attempted to come up here once. We could not get there on Friday. So this is the level on supply on the NASDAQ. So our tech stocks are showing a little bit more weakness than the S&P 500. So be mindful of that. Just understand that this level did not hold, well, is no longer valid on the S&P 500. That level on supply is going to be 2102, 2125 to 21182 on the supply side. On the demand side, we're at 20045 to 19880. Moving on to the Dow Jones, as you can see, the Dow Jones, I've been telling you that we do not have any supply on the Dow Jones. The first level I have for you is at 417, 414. With that being said, and this making all-time high for my aggressive traders, I'm going to give you another level, and that's going to be 433.72 to 429.35, both on the demand side, and the Dow Jones showing more strength than the NASDAQ. Now, moving on to the RUT. As you can see, this level held for us the first time I gave it. Couldn't break through it. Just understand that this is the all-time high on the Russell 2000, and be mindful that we haven't been up here in 3 years. So we finally, for back in 3 years, this is everybody's getting back to break even. So that's why there's probably some extra selling. If we break through and the Russell decides to make an all-time high, just understand that this level has held twice. With that being said, the first demand level I have for you is 22.27 to 21.95. And if you're going to use this supply level, utilize it with caution. It has already worked twice. Moving into earnings, the first company I have for you is on Monday, and that company is going to be Zscalers. On the supply side, 235.79 to 251.36, and on the demand side, 174.97 to 165.46. Next company I have for you is CNM. On the demand side, 38.87 to 37.17, and on the supply side, 56.96 to 58.38. Next company I have for you, Salesforce. Been having an outstanding year. No supply in Salesforce. First demand level I have for you is 299.31 to 289.12. In the event of an overshoot, you have another level here at 281.08 to 268.82. Next company, ticker symbol OKTA. On the supply side, 96.49 to 98.35, and on the demand side, 51.23 to 46.79. Next company I have for you is Marvel. No supply, made all-time highs this last week. First demand level I have for you is 73.93 to 69.85. Next company is PSTG. On the supply side, 60.87 to 63.24. On the demand side, 42.27 to 40.12. Next company I have for you is Foot Locker. Foot Locker's been maintaining our levels ever since I've given them. It just looks like we're just playing this every earnings. This is the level that's held it on the supply side, 33.86 to 35.60, and on the demand side, 21.69 to 19.47. Just realize that this level has worked numerous times. In the event of an overshoot, you have another level here at 16.58 to 11.45. Next company, Dollar Tree. So for Dollar Tree on the demand side, 56.03 to 49.35, and on the supply side, 117.62 to 123.53. 71. I just saw this right now. I'm gonna play this level here. For those of you who are a little bit more aggressive, that's gonna be the 94.10 to 141 on the supply side. Next company I got for you is Campbell Soup. On the demand side, 40.11, 39.42. On the supply side, 52.63 to 53.67. Next company, good old Cracker Barrel. On the demand side, 34.61 to 25.50. On the supply side, understand that this is the level that's been holding it. It's in there right now. That's 55.61 to 59.69. In the event of an overshoot due to earnings, you got the 64.22 to 66.91. Next company I have for you is Hormel Foods. On the demand side, 27.13 to 24.63. On the supply side, 36.04 to 37.29. Next company's Five Below. And do we have supply? Let's see. Yes, we do. All right. That level is going to be 71.64 to 47.24 on the demand side. Understand that is a very large level. And then on the supply side, 169.89 to 187.29. Next company is Synopsy. On the demand side, 466.98 to 456.86. And on the supply side, 608.24 to 624.80. Next company, PVH. On the demand side, 78.88 to 69.51. And on the supply side, 146.62 to 160.14. Next company I got for you is Dollar General. Dollar General on the demand side, 80.02. Just call it $80 even to 65.53. We are in this level right now. So see where we're open on Monday and just adjust your level accordingly. And on the supply side, 119.83 to 127.07. Next company is TD Bank. On the demand side, 46.24 to 42.95, and on the supply side, 64.58 to 66.12. Next company is SIG. You can see this level has already worked, so be cautious. On the supply side, 105.73 to 111.93, and on the demand side, 45.97 to 34.40. In the event of an overshoot of this level, you have the 134.16 to 142.80. Next company, VMO. On the demand side, 81.89 to 79.88, and on the supply side, 99.64 to 102.23. Next company is Lululemon, who's struggled this year, coming down all the way from 550 all the way down to 225 this year. That demand zone is going to be 224.39 to 204.59, and on the supply side, 337.73 to 369.03. Next company I got for you is Ulta Beauty. On the demand side, 328 to 317.33. On the supply side, 403.21 to 421.67. Be mindful that this level has worked on more than one occasion. In the event of an overshoot, you have the 442.62 to 458.62. Last company I have for you is DocuSign. We are sitting in a level right now. You can see that it's turning and coming down from here, so be mindful of that. That level for you is going to be 84.17 to 92.18, and on the demand side, I got 63.50 to 60.47. That's going to do it for us for the charts this week. Can't believe it's already December. Let's have a wonderful month. For those of you who aren't doing so already, follow me on Facebook and LinkedIn and social media so that you can see my updated trades throughout the week. If you have any questions or want to learn more, feel free to email me. Check out the website for if you want to take a course. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Till next time, happy trading.